Hey guys, and welcome back to Dutch Dragonfly. Today we're making Heart's Desire, and here you see me mixing up my prepared oils with my kaolin clay, getting it ready to add the lye water. And I do it this way so that the clay actually gets mixed in really well with the oils. I'm just burping my blender a little bit, getting ready to add the lye solution. And here we go, adding the lye solution to the oils. Everything's about the same temperature, all at room temperature. And we'll mix it up. I'm going to be mixing this fairly thick. I have an embed that I'm going to be putting in, heart-shaped embed. And I want it fairly thick so that when I put the embed in, it's not going to drop to the bottom. It'll just sit where I want it to sit. So we're just mixing it up. We're going to go as far as emulsion for this point, and then when I add the fragrance oil, it'll thicken right up. And I'll be able to thicken it right up so that when I put the embed in, it won't drop. There's just something so satisfying about watching soap batter thicken up, get ready to create soap. And there we go. We're ready almost for the fragrance oil. The fragrance oil that I'm adding today is called Honeydew Pear, and I got it from Island Escape Fragrances here in Canada. They're in Newfoundland, so it's kind of a nod to the part of this country that I love the most. Anybody who really knows me knows that I just love Newfoundland. And I found with working with this fragrance oil, it takes a bit to thicken up. It's actually really good in soap batter, and it doesn't seem to want to discolor either, which is really nice. So that what's going to happen is the color of the batter that you see here is going to be the final color of the soap bars. It won't discolor. Whereas my chocolate and cherries that I did earlier, and like I posted it last week, it's actually discoloring to a brownish, but this is staying the same color, which is really nice. And as you can see, it's fairly thick now, so there's a tiny little hair needed to be taken out, and you can see there's lines, visible lines on the batter. Means it's thick enough to be able to add to the mold and put my heart-shaped embed in. And this is going to be a limited edition soap. So the soaps that I've made up in this pattern, once they're gone, they're gone. So if you'd like one, they will be up on the website in the next week and a half. I'm just waiting for them to finish curing, and then they'll be up on the website. And once they're gone, they're gone. I won't be making more of them. So here I'm just going to pour about half of the batter in, and then I'll even it out, get ready to put the heart in. This was a really fun one. I enjoy using Kaolin molds, so it was really fun to do. I chose to use natural colors with this one rather than cosmetic micas. So the heart has been made with pink kaolin clay and madder root, and then there's kaolin clay in the off like the creamy white as well. So will make for a really nice bar of soap. I'm just leveling it off because as you can see in the bowl, I still have quite a bit of batter there to go in. So I'm just leveling it off and tapping it down and hoping to be able to get the rest of the batter that I've got made into the mold. Sometimes that takes a little bit of fiddling around. I'm pretty sure I actually do manage to get it all in there. It becomes a bit of a mess at the beginning, I think, but pretty sure it's all in there now. So let's get it leveled off, and then I can get ready to sculpt it, make it look pretty. Okay, and now I'm going to sculpt it. The reason for the sculpting it is just to add some visual interest. I do different methods and different ways of making the tops of my soap look pretty. This is just one of them. Just to give it a little bit of variety. Each of my soaps I try to make just look a little bit different, even though the general sculpting is similar in most of them. Doing something a little bit different with this soap, considering it's a Valentine's Day soap. I thought I'd do something a little bit different, and I'm going to decorate it with cranberry seeds. So that'll give it a little bit of a red feature to the top, and the red of the cranberry seeds matches the red of the heart that's inside, so kind of ties everything together. Cleaning up the sides so that the mold will release cleanly when it's all set up. And there's my cranberry seeds. I live in an area where there's mice, so I keep everything in either plastic or glass. That way the mice don't get them. Especially the ingredients that mice tend to like. I'll bring you in for a close-up in just a second. go. That's what the top of the bars look like prior to cutting them. And here we go. I sped up the cutting because it takes a while to cut all of the bars, so I sped it up. And there's the heart in the middle. Some of the bars, you'll notice I'll take a little bit extra time with some of the bars. It's because there's a hole in them. So I've used one of my end pieces to basically patch up the holes. The hole doesn't go all the way through, so it's just a matter of making it more visually appealing. And you see up in the corner there's one of the holes that I'm fixing. But it's handmade soap, right? So you gotta take it as it comes. I just like to make it look a little bit nicer. And as I'm doing my voiceover right now, you might hear my dogs. They're kind of playing beside me. So we're almost to the end of this bar. Or end of this loaf, sorry. And there we go. Choose some of the prettier ones, bring in for a close-up, and thank you so much for watching. Please click like and subscribe, it really helps us out, and we hope to see you in the next one.